皆さん、こんにちは。ステップバイステップジャパニーズ Pathway to Fluency のナオミです。
そうなんです。Naomi, do we have any key structures for today?
Yes, we do. We have got two key structures. First, let's do some reviews. Sina, do you remember what あげる and its past tense あげた means?
Yes, it means to give, right? I remember the structure. A は B に何々をあげる。A gives something to B.
That's right. 私はサラさんにプレゼントをあげた。
I gave Sarah a present.
And how about くれる and its past tense くれた?
A が B に何々をくれる。It also means A gives something to B. But here, B is the speaker or someone close to the speaker.
友達が父にお土産をくれた。
My friend gave my father a souvenir.
Remember the difference between あげる and くれる is whether you are seeing the situation from the giver's standpoint or receiver's standpoint. If you are on the giver's standpoint, use あげる. If you are on the receiver's standpoint, use くれる. And today, we learn a version of verb plus あげる and くれる. あげる and くれる can attach to the て form of another verb to indicate that someone is performing the action for someone else. In this case, the basic concepts remain the same. But now what's given is an action such as teaching or lending instead of something physical like a present. てあげる means to do something for someone. For example, 友達の宿題を手伝ってあげる。
I help my friend with their homework.
さやかさんは彼らに日本語を教えてあげました。
Sayaka taught them Japanese.
てあげる can be used to say either you do something for someone or say someone does a favor for someone else. So it could sound a little pushy. For example, if you say 遊んであげる to your friend, it would sound like you think you are doing your friend a favor by hanging out with them.
Oh wow, that sounds strange.
Right? It's usually okay to use てあげる when explaining your good deed to a third party, but you should be careful when talking directly to the recipient of the favor. It could end up sounding really condescending.
That is really good to know.
There are situations like when a parent asks a child, おばあちゃんのカバンを持ってあげて
Can you carry grandma's bag?
or a kid says, 僕が手伝ってあげる.
I'll help you.
In these situations, using てあげる is pretty normal. The second key structure of this episode is てくれる. てくれる means someone does something for me. For example, 母は毎日お弁当を作ってくれます。
My mother makes a bento for me every day.
親切な人が道を教えてくれました。
A kind person gave me the directions.
くれる indicates you are the receiver of the favor, but its focus is still on the person who's doing the favor for you. てくれる indicates that someone does something for you voluntarily or at your request. In the sentence, 親切な人が道を教えてくれました。It shows that you are aware that the person took time to help you and that you appreciate it.
Oh wow, a lot of underlying emotions and meanings of てあげる and てくれる.
Yes, but as you practice, you'll get the hang of it. では、今日の会話を2回聞いてみましょう。1回目です。
山本さんは夜お子さんたちに本を読んであげますか？
A、毎晩読んであげます。
何の本を読んであげますか？
童話を読んであげます。子供たちはお礼にハグしてくれますよ。もう一度聞いてみましょう。山本さんは夜お子さんたちに本を読んであげますか？
毎晩読んであげます。
何の本を読んであげますか？
童話を読んであげます。子供たちはお礼にハグしてくれますよ。
では、会話を翻訳してみましょう。山本さんは夜お子さんたちに本を読んであげますか？
Mrs. Yamamoto, do you read books for your children at night?
A、毎晩読んであげます。
Yes, I read it for them every night.
何の本を読んであげますか？
What kind of books do you read for them?
童話を読んであげます。子供たちはお礼にハグしてくれますよ。
I read fairy tales for them. The children give me hugs as a thanks.
では、会話を一文ずつ見てみましょう。山本さんは夜お子さんたちに本を読んであげますか？
Miss Yamamoto, at night, do you read books for your children?
A small grammatical point here. Tachi is a pluralizing suffix which turns words into their plural forms. In English, it's a little like how we add an S suffix after a noun, like thing, and that becomes things. Except that in Japanese, we do not use tachi to things in general. We only use tachi with people and animals. There is a trend to use tachi for inanimate objects these days, but let's talk about it some other time. Like in this sentence, we hear お子さんたち. お子さん means,
Child,
so お子さんたち is.
children,
More examples. 私 means,
I,
私たち is.
we,
あなた means,
you, singular,
あなたたち is.
you, plural,
彼女 means,
she,
彼女たち is.
they,
学生 means,
student,
学生たち is.
students.
In addition to たち, the other pluralizing suffixes we have are がた and ら. がた is a very polite plural marker which is used in formal situations. It can be used with あなた and a few respectful positions and professions, such as ladies, mothers, and teachers. So now what's the plural respectful form of あなた?
あなた方、
And how do you say teachers respectfully?
先生方、
La is the least formal plural marker. It can be used with non-formal pronouns. For now, just remember 彼ら.
That's they, but male, right?
It can be mixed too. So 彼ら can include male and female.
Wait, Naomi. It's 彼ら. Can I say 彼たち?
No, there's no clear explanation, but we do not say 彼たち. It is 彼ら to describe plural men or men, woman. Remember 彼ら and 彼女たち. We say 彼女ら as well. Now moving back to the dialogue, next line is 毎晩読んであげます.
Yes, I read it to them every night.
We hear the key structure てあげる in both of the first two sentences. お子さんたちに本を読んであげる means
To read the books for the children.
next line 何の本を読んであげますか？
What kind of books do you read to them?
So now, do you still remember the difference between 何の and どんな?
They both mean what kind of, but 何の can be used to describe content. Like here, 何の本. Or 何の can be used to describe materials and ingredients, like 何の料理. When we want a description of something, then we use どんな. If I am asked どんな本, I know I need to provide a description of how the book is, like the book is interesting, it's boring, etc.
完璧ですね。Next, 山本さん answers, 童話を読んであげます。童話 means children's story, fairy tale. So the sentence, 童話を読んであげます means,
I read fairy tales for them.
the last sentence is, 子供たちはお礼にハグしてくれますよ。hug means hugs. So, ハグする is,
To hug,
てくれる means,
someone does something for me.
ハグしてくれます means,
Someone hugs me.
子供たちはハグしてくれます means,
The children give me hugs.
礼 or お礼 means thanks, gratitude. お礼に means as a thanks. 子供たちはお礼にハグしてくれます means,
The children give me hugs as a thanks.
Yamamoto san also adds the particle よ at the end, as in 子供たちはお礼にハグしてくれますよ to emphasize her feelings. では今日はここまでです。てあげる、てくれる、使ってみてくださいね。
また次回お会いしましょう。